I have a few people that have told me recently that they are struggling to quit and they've been trying, or they're only a few days into it and they're doing it, but they're having a hard time. My advice about the first week and about just doing it: one, what are the consequences if you don't do it? What are the consequences? You know how if you're in jail, you promise God, I'll never do drugs again. I'll never do drugs again. I've done it a million times. God, I promise if you just get me out of this, I'll never do drugs again. And I went right back each time. This time, I was facing 10 years in prison and ended up with 6 years of probation. And I remind myself real quick about what the other side would look like, what the consequences were if I didn't quit. And that motivated me a lot, because I don't want to go to prison. I spent $13,000 on a lawyer. So that was number one motivator. My next thing I'm going to tell you that helped me was definitely because I had a YouTube channel. But that was 8 days. I was 8 days clean before I started my YouTube channel. But that definitely kept me going. And another thing is, every day that I was clean, just within myself, every day that I was 2 days clean, I was like, I'm 2 days clean. And the next day was like, oh my gosh, I'm 3 days. I never thought I'd do it. And that pumped me up a lot. So that can pump you up. And the consequences of if you don't quit. And then the other thing I definitely owe credit to is I prayed. I don't know how spiritual you are, but I prayed really hard to God to please take the craving away from me. Take the craving away, the desire to do it. And he did. He answered me. And he can answer you too. Just gotta let him help you. But those were the things. The things that got me through it were making these super, super strong caffeine coffees. I was making them with 10 scoops of instant coffee and Dr. Pepper, like you do in jail. Mix it up. Put it in the blender with ice and a little bit of milk and sugar, and making these Dr. Pepper frappes that would wake you up for fatigue. But they wouldn't wake me up for a long time, but for a while, they'd have me jacked up. And it was still warm out. I was doing cold plunges. I just slept a lot at first. And mind you, I was quitting with people around me not quitting. So that made it really hard. And the caffeine, and I started taking creatine, like workout gummies. I think those helped. And I took caffeine pills that you get from Walmart called Jet Alerts. I took a lot of those. Then I started having headaches because I backed off the caffeine. It took me forever to figure that out. Plus my blood pressure went really high. But also, I recommend another thing that I would have done sooner. The first couple weeks I would have already had it in place, but I didn't know, is went to the doctor and got on meds. That is a must. That's a must, because I went through the stage where I was just blank, so depressed, like I didn't want to exist, and I got on meds, because you're jerking away a drug you've been feeding your brain, and it's got to rewire itself and fix itself, and there ain't nothing wrong with getting a little bit of dopamine help. That's all them pills are, like Prozac. It's dopamine, serotonin pills, Wellbutrin. It really helps. I wouldn't want to do it without it.